We've agreed, everyone, that the narcissist in your life could be your husband, your wife, your brother, your son, your friend, your neighbor, or even your boss. There's so many roles that this narcissistic person we're talking about could play. I'm saying this because, as we agreed, a narcissist could be a man or a woman, and could be in any of the roles we just mentioned. We also agreed that the narcissist never shows any empathy, neither towards you nor towards anyone who comes across as a victim. All they care about is destroying you, breaking you down, and making sure there's no success in your life. They want you to constantly feel broken and in pain. They betray you and do whatever they want without feeling any guilt. Whatever abuse they inflict, they don't feel any remorse because they simply don't have a conscience. And after doing all of this to you, when you finally leave them one day, they go in circles and eventually try to pull you back to them. They might leave you, punish you, abandon you. Or maybe you were the one who left them, but they'll never truly let you go. They'll always try to bring you back. And they use many different strategies to do that. This is the topic of our episode today. We're going to talk about the tactics narcissists use to get you back. Of course, if you don't understand what's going on, or you don't recognize how they operate, you'll fall into their trap again, and you'll go back to them. So, when does the narcissist start doing this? As I told you, it starts when you cut off contact and begin to distance yourself from them. The moment they feel that you've truly started to move on and made the decision to leave, that's when they begin their mission to drag you back into the relationship. Now, this isn't about time for the narcissist. It could take a day, a month, a year, whatever. Either way, they're constantly working on a plan to get you back. How long this takes depends on your own strength and how resilient you are in resisting them. And of course, this also depends on whether or not they've already found someone else, a new source of supply, or new victims to take your place during your absence. So they might leave you for a day or two, or even a month or 2 or 3, because they're busy with someone else. As we've said before, narcissists don't just stick with one victim. If that one victim leaves, it feels like devastation to the narcissist. So it all depends whether they have someone else occupying them, whether someone else is chasing after them, or whether they already have a second, third, or even fourth victim. If so, they might take their time and leave you alone for a while, maybe a month or 2. But if, hypothetically, you're the only one in their life, then the next day, or 2 days later at most, they'll be right back, doing whatever it takes and using every tactic we're about to discuss to bring you back. When the narcissist starts trying to get you back, it usually means they've sensed that you've finally started to understand them, or getting close to figuring them out. They feel threatened by you because they know you've begun to see through their game, and that's why you cut off contact. He knows very well that you're deeply attached to him and that you love him to the point of madness. The narcissist will try to catch you before he loses you completely. The first tactic the narcissist uses to get you back might seem strange. No matter what happened between you, the very next day, he talks to you as if nothing ever happened. With extreme coldness and indifference, it's like nothing at all occurred. If he used to speak to you with love, he'll do that again, very casually. You'll wake up to find a message from him saying, "How are you doing? What's up with you?" As if nothing ever happened. He'll also start talking to you very naturally. For example, he'll ask about things related to your shared life. What happened with the thing we talked about yesterday? Or, did you take care of that thing we agreed to do? Or, how are the kids? Or, what did that girl end up doing? He'll speak completely normally, as if he did nothing wrong. And he won't stop at just one message. If you don't reply the first time, he'll message again and again, so persistently that you'll start asking yourself, am I really overreacting? That's exactly what the narcissist wants. He makes you lose confidence in yourself and in your decisions. Because when you chose to leave him, or when you cut off contact, it was because you had truly had enough. You reached a very painful and harmful point in the relationship, so you decided to end it. Then a day or 2 later, he sends you a completely normal message, not apologizing, not saying sorry, just acting like nothing ever happened. So you start to doubt yourself. You begin to think, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe you didn't mean what happened between us. And then you go back to him. This is the first method narcissists use to get you back. They make you feel guilty, like you're the one overreacting or like they didn't really mean to hurt you. The goal is to make you believe the situation didn't deserve the reaction you had. The second method the narcissist uses to get you back is by starting to say all the things you've been wanting to hear for a long time. He'll start saying all the sweet words he used to say to you again, telling you that you're everything in his life, that he can't live without you, that he swears he'll never do it again. All the things you used to wish he would say, or the things you constantly asked him for, he'll now say them. And of course, he plays on the fact that you still have love for him inside you. Just by hearing these words, you start to feel weak again, and you go back to him. His goal is to soften your heart, to break your emotional defenses. He exploits your empathy, something we've already talked about. He uses the empathy that victims have, traits that he himself doesn't possess. So the more he plays this game, the more your heart softens, and you start thinking about going back to him again. The third method, everyone, is that he uses your kindness against you. He knows your kind heart very well, and he's sure of it, because when he chose you as a victim, when he picked you from all the people he manipulated, he saw that you had a huge heart. Why? So that when you leave him one day, he can pull you back again by appealing to that soft spot inside you, your kindness and compassion. He might start by sending you a message, saying something like, "Pray for me." Then he'll try to play on your emotions, claiming that he's in trouble or going through a crisis. You start thinking to yourself, "I can't abandon him when he's in pain, or I can't leave him like this when he's suffering and clearly needs me." He'll send you messages saying things like, "I'm really sick. I'm not okay. Since everything happened, I've been struggling. I can't live without you. My life is falling apart without you." All of this is just to soften your heart and make you consider going back to him. You'll think, maybe he really will change. Maybe he'll become a better person. Let me make this clear. I'm talking about narcissism, not normal relationship conflicts. Some people think I'm encouraging people to give up easily or avoid working through issues. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not talking about regular problems where a wife or husband should be patient with their partner's flaws or go through the usual ups and downs of life. No, I'm talking about someone who is mentally disturbed, who constantly harms you, who destroys you emotionally, who devalues you as a person. That's their life. Right now, the narcissist is exploiting your weakness and your kind heart because he knows that just by saying these things, you won't be able to abandon him. You'll act according to your nature, the compassionate person you are, the one we all know. The fourth method is when he shifts the blame for everything that happened between you onto others, completely removing himself from responsibility. He'll start attacking and blaming others. He might say, "It was your brother's fault," or "Your mother caused all this," pointing to someone else as the reason for what happened, especially the reason you cut off contact. But when you chose to cut off contact, it wasn't just because of one incident. No, it was an accumulation. A long chain of many incidents of abuse, insults, and emotional harm. But he'll focus on one particular event and claim that someone else was the reason for it. You'll start overthinking it. Your mind will go back to that one incident, and you'll forget everything that came before. You'll put all those past experiences aside and only focus on that last straw, the one final situation that made you walk away. Whether it involved your brother, your father, your mother, your sister, whoever it was. Then he'll start sending you all sorts of manipulative messages like, "You never really loved me. The first chance you got, you left me. You abandoned me at the first sign of trouble." All those heavy words meant to play on your emotions and break you down. He wants to push you to the point where you can't take it anymore, and you call him back and return him. The fifth method is threats. He'll start threatening you directly. He'll threaten you with things that could hurt you or cause you pain. If you were married, he might threaten you with the kids. You'll never see the kids again. If you had business together, he might threaten to take that work away from you or cut you off from the resources you both shared. And of course, this tactic can be very effective, especially if you genuinely can't live without what he's threatening to take away. Like the children, for example. It's almost impossible for a mother to give up her children or bear being separated from them. So you'll immediately give in, call him, and reconnect with him. The next method is apologizing. He'll start apologizing for what happened. But listen carefully, this isn't a real apology. I want you to fully understand. Genuine apology doesn't exist in a narcissist's vocabulary. He doesn't actually mean it. For him, an apology is just a manipulative tool to get you back. The narcissist does not truly apologize, and he never genuinely admits he was wrong, no matter what. So if he apologizes this time, it's only because he wants to win you back or make you feel weak and say to yourself, okay, this is the last time. And his apology isn't usually private. No, it's often public. He might post something on Facebook or a public page, or in a place where he knows lots of people will see what he's saying, just to increase the emotional pressure on you and make you feel sympathy toward him. The apology is made in front of someone else, just so that you don't have any excuse afterward. That person, just by seeing his apology and your refusal, will be the one to say, come on, this is a good man. He apologized, so clearly he didn't mean to hurt you. And in the end, you'll feel forced to go back to him. Method number 7 in the narcissist strategy to get you back is disappearing. He starts to withdraw from your life. Not completely, but in a calculated way. His goal is still to pull you back in. This is a specific tactic. Suddenly, he disappears completely. You won't see him anymore. He might block you on social media, remove your photo from his account, just to make you believe he's really moved on. He does this to make you afraid that he's truly letting go. Even though you were the one who left in the first place, the moment you feel that he has lost hope in you, that he no longer wants you or plans to be in your life, you panic. You get scared and you go back. Yes, you call him and try to reconnect. Another method he uses to get you back is by involving a third party. He brings someone else into the situation, someone close to you, like your mother or your sister. He'll talk to them and say things like, I didn't mean it. I don't know how things got this far. I don't know how we ended up here. He enlists this third party to work against you, to pressure you emotionally. And during his talk with this third person, he paints himself as innocent. He presents himself as the victim, or as if you overreacted. Once this third party believes him or is convinced by his words, they come to you, talk to you, and try to influence you to return to him. Eventually, that person may pass along enough emotional pressure or justifications that you end up going back. The next tactic is pretending that you and he can just be friends. He might say, let's forget what happened and just stay friends. We can't live without each other, not even as friends. But don't forget, a narcissist doesn't have real friends. He can't be a friend to anyone. So how, after everything you've been through, can he now ask for a friendship? It's impossible. He has no intention of being your friend. Forget about it. A narcissist isn't capable of friendship or real emotional connection. All of these methods we've discussed, threats, guilt-tripping, emotional manipulation, public apologies, and more, are designed to force you back into the relationship. The narcissist uses your own traits against you, your kind, sensitive heart that doesn't easily let go of people. He won't stop trying to bring you back unless he becomes absolutely certain that you've truly left and that you're never coming back. If he gets to a point where he's convinced, deep in his mind, that even after all these attempts you still didn't return, maybe he'll leave you alone. But not easily, and definitely not quickly. He'll spend a long time chasing after you and trying to pull you back. And you need to know something very important. When he tries to get you back, it's not because he loves you. It's because you're his victim, his property. As we've said before, the narcissist treats his victims as personal possessions, as if it's not even allowed for them to leave. Only he gets to decide when it's over, not you. So when you leave, it's a blow to his ego, a humiliation to his pride. That's why he tries to get you back, not out of love, but to restore his sense of power and control. Now here's the real problem you'll face if you go back. After every return, there's punishment, to make sure you won't dare to leave him again. So if he hurt you before, and you left, and then you came back, expect him to punish you emotionally, mentally, or even physically. He'll make you regret leaving in the first place. And then, if you try to leave again, he'll just repeat the same cycle, same manipulation, same tactics to bring you back. That's why there's no cure for narcissism. The narcissist continues to abuse, insult, and destroy. It never ends. So if you've made the decision to leave a narcissist, do everything in your power to close every door that he could come through. Block every path he could use to reach you. Once again, everyone, I'm talking about toxic relationships, not normal disagreements. Ordinary arguments are a part of life. No relationship is without conflict or problems. But I'm talking about chronic abuse, deep psychological damage, and a person who cannot be changed.